let's talk Suicide Squad. Now, I heard that they're gonna have an extended cut of Suicide Squad, and for some people, they're like, "Yay, Ray! An extended cut of Suicide Squad, hooray!" And I'm completely annoyed by this. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. My unadulterated opinion of this is something that I think is going to hurt WB in the long run, because they've done it with BVS, and with BVS at least we had a heads up. Zack Snyder came way before the movie was released, and he said we're going to have this R-rated cut, right? Why are we having an extended cut? I think it's an extra 13 minutes of extra footage in Suicide Squad on digital HD, DVD, and Blu-ray. Why are we having that? Sounds like a concession by the studio. I mean, the distributor, WB, which would be Warner Brothers. It's a concession saying that we didn't put out the best possible movie out there in the cinemas. That's what I'm getting. At least detractors can say that. I don't like this. I don't like this pattern. It's telling me that when Wonder Woman comes out, that there will be an extended cut or an ultimate cut or a director's cut. I don't like that. I don't like that. It's sending the wrong message out there. Alright? Now, I know there are extended cuts that happen of movies where they have additional pieces of information and stuff. What I would have suggested WB do, but this is just my opinion, would have had deleted scenes. And then you got your deleted scenes in there that didn't make the cut of the movie. That would have been cool. I know that movies have extended cuts. I know that. My problem is you don't do that coming off of BVS. You just don't do that. That's a bad marketing decision. Okay, you may have a dedicated fan base, but it's still kind of stupid to just go and put an extended cut. Now, I know the extended cut is not going to, it's not going to do a whole lot more for the movie. It's the same movie probably, but just a couple more scenes in there instead of being compressed. Like, for instance, the Joker and Harley scenes were compressed in the theatrical cut. So yeah, you saw Harley pointing the gun at Joker and stuff, but it was just little images flashing. It wasn't detailed like how it was. And also where Joker was saying, I'm not going to kill you, was kind of jump cut scene. Even where he killed Monster T, that was a jump cut scene. So I guess it's going to be a little bit more fluent, and you're going to get more information in there. But here's the thing that's really going to hurt. I'm telling you, it's going to hurt Double B. It's going to hurt them. When people look at this extra 13 minutes and they keep on saying, why didn't they put this in the movie? What was the problem? Why didn't they put this in the movie? They're going to say that. And the same thing that happened with BVS is now going to become a narrative. They're going to expect Wonder Woman to be shortchanged. You may even have less people going to see Wonder Woman and just waiting for the DVD Blu-ray version. I'm telling you, WB has made an asinine decision by trying to get an extended cut out there. That's my problem. I don't understand why they're making some stupid decisions, man. This should have been something that you just left alone. You just put the theatrical cut out there, and then somewhere down the line, you give an extended cut with some added things if you want to. You play around with it. You don't hit them with the extended cut immediately. You're setting up a precedent. People are going to expect you to drop an extended cut. Oh, they're going to be an extended cut of the movie. This movie was shortchanged. And people are just not going to go watch the movies. They'll be like, I'll wait for the extended cut. That's what's going to happen. So, I don't like what WB's doing. We know the critics are going to pan Wonder Woman. They're going to pan Wonder Woman. And WB, they're not doing themselves any favors whatsoever by throwing out this extended cut so early in the game. You should have just let the Blu-ray and DVD go in with a theatrical release with added deleted scenes. People would easily gobble that stuff up. Now you've just gone and shot yourself in the foot by saying, oh, we have an extended cut. So what you're basically saying is the theatrical cut, it wasn't the best cut. This cut is the best cut. That's what you're saying. Without even realizing it. And that's stupid. So, it is what it is. And, I'm disappointed. I really am. I didn't expect this movie. This movie did not need to have, in my opinion, an extended cut. It was good enough as it was. But, this seems to be what WB is doing. They're deciding to have their own way with whatever goes into the theaters. And then after that, they're going to seems as though they're going to bless the director with what they wanted to do in a DVD release. It's either they're trying to move away from people going and watching things in the theater to picking up DVDs and Blu-rays. Maybe their move is to move away from the theater. I don't know. Or they're making a really asinine choices. This is the second asinine choice I've seen. The first asinine choice was with BVS. They should have had the longer cut, and don't tell me no nonsense about it only had a certain runtime in the cinemas and so on. I don't want to hear that. Zack Snyder should have had the ultimate cut go into the theaters. And now, if people say that Suicide Squad the extended cut should have been the one that went into the theaters, it's going to really piss me off, because it's going to get me really, really angry, because what it's telling me is that Wonder Woman that's coming up, we're not going to get the best possible Wonder Woman movie in the theaters. WB is going to find a way to screw that up, and that's really going to piss me off. Okay? And then you're going to have the director's idea in an extended cut. That's what it's saying to me. And here I was defending, thinking that David Ayer's vision really did come to the big screen in this case. And now I have to turn around and I have to wonder if David Ayer's vision is actually in that extended cut. And then what's the rationale for cutting down an extra 13 minutes in the theaters? What was the rationale for that? Because there's none. You know what I mean? So it really gets me angry thinking about this. I'm not really happy to see that there's an extended cut coming out. That is where you're monkeying around with people and your fan base, and you're monkeying around with people to get more money, and it really is pissing me off. So we'll see. Am I going to watch? I'm going to buy one of the cuts. I'm probably going to buy the extended cut on HD, digital HD. But I'm not too pleased to see this particular release coming out. I'm not very pleased about it. I didn't expect this movie to have an extended cut to start with. I didn't think it was necessary. But apparently WB had apologies to Mr. David Ayer, and they're going to have extended cut. If the extended cut is not much different from the theatrical cut, then I have to eat my words, turn back, and I'm still going to be angry because there's a precedent being set it here. Alright? Man of Steel didn't have an extended cut. You come into Batman v Superman, that definitely had an extended cut. Okay? Now you're coming with Suicide Squad and telling me it's got an extended cut? What is this? Is this a pattern? Whether or not Suicide Squad is not much different to the theatrical cuts, just a little extra nitty-gritty things, does not really matter. What matters is you're setting a precedent. WB is setting a precedent now. And that is not good for itself. Now they're really trying to destroy their own franchise. They're literally trying to... It seems as though they have some sort of, I don't know, agent or someone in there that does not like what WB is doing and sabotaging them, because this sounds ridiculous, okay? This is a dumb move on WB's part. First, they went stupidly and did not let Zack Snyder do his ultimate cut in the cinemas, which was a dumb move. And now this, a movie that does not need an extended cut, they're coming in, they're dropping an extended cut. So they've done two very dumb things as far as I'm concerned. I don't know how far they're going to go with their stupidity. I'm hoping they get wise up. Whoever is making these decisions will get a little smarter in his head. Or her head. I don't know who they are. But this is a dumb move. This is a dumb move. That's all I got to say. It may seem short-term good for business, but I'm telling you right now, this is a dumb move. I don't understand. This is mind-boggling. This is mind-boggling. You guys have a great one. That's stupid, man. I'm telling you.